All right, guys, for number 7, I'm just going to get you kind of going in the right direction. What I want you guys to start off with doing is your height is actually going to be your x-axis in this case, and the 40-yard dash time is going to be the y-axis. So I've given you the perfect amount of space to count by 2s along the y-axis and go up 5 lines at a time, and count by 1s along the x-axis, and you see it'll go perfectly from 54 right to 84, so you have just enough space to do that. When you plot all your points, you're going to get something that looks like this-ish, all right? When you plot all your points. So make sure you plot all those points. This is your regression model. It bends one time, so this is a quadratic. So you know that the equation you're going to get is going to be a quadratic, which means if you had a calculator, what you would be doing is you would go to Stat, just like we did in class. You would go over to Calculate, and then you would scroll down, and instead of going to cubic regression, you'd go to number 5, which is a quadratic regression, because in this case you're dealing with a quadratic model, not a cubic model. And you would make sure that you selected the correct lists, and you would calculate it. Once you did that, you would get this equation if everything is perfectly in your table. You would have f of x, oh, that's a y, f of x equals 0.01 x squared minus 1.68 x plus 63.77. So obviously you guys don't have a graphing calculator at home, so I can't expect you to be able to find this equation on your own. If you are able to use a website to do it, that's awesome. There are a bunch of websites out there that can do a regression model for polynomials. They're not easy to use, but kudos to you if you go ahead and try one out. All right, so the point of this video is just basically to make sure that you know once you plot those points, you're looking for a quadratic, not a cubic. Okay, and then that's the type of regression model that we would use with the calculator. So that should be enough to get you guys started with this one. Just make sure you plot those points correctly, and don't worry about finding the equation because you don't have a calculator at home. You should be good to go on the rest of this thing, so good luck, and I'll see you guys all on Tuesday.